In John chapter 21, there is a really beautiful scene where Jesus shows up on the seashore, but his disciples who are offshore in a boat fishing, they don't know it's him. This is after the resurrection and the third time he appeared to them. The disciples had gone back to doing business as usual. They had gone back to fishing, the same vocation that they originally had when Jesus found them more than 3 years ago. After toiling all night and having caught nothing, Jesus, newly resurrected Jesus, shows up on the seashore and they don't recognize him. He tells them, throw the net on the other side. Just as it did at their very first meeting 3 years prior, the net began to fill with fish and begin to break. At that point, they all knew that the man standing on the seashore was not just any man, it was Jesus. Peter and the rest of the disciples are unclothed. They had removed most of their clothing layers for ease of fishing. In excitement and in desperation to get to Jesus, Peter jumps up, puts back on his fisherman's coat, jumps into the water, and swims to shore with the weight of that fisherman's coat. And here's our point. The fisherman coat represents work. You see, they had been walking with Jesus for 3.5 years, walking in grace and mercy, doing miracles and wonders. Jesus had brought this new revolution of grace and mercy to them. But Peter, at this point, feeling guilty, feeling disillusioned, feeling abandoned, feeling frustrated, he puts back on the coat of work, the coat of his own efforts. And in that, he tries to get to Jesus. Far too often, we put on the coat of our own efforts to get to Jesus, thinking it's something that we have to do when it's something that he's already done over 2,000 years ago on the cross. Think about this logically. You would never put on more clothes when you're going to go swimming. It would drag you down, weigh you down, and hinder the process of you getting to where you're trying to go. Peter should have stayed naked. Come to Jesus that way. He's big enough, loving enough to deal with it all. His grace. Let him clothe you with his grace. What is grace? Undeserved blessing and favor. The direct opposite of the garments of your own effort.